AUA Centennial poster. Guess somebody on Wayland's refit crew was a patriot. My abuela said our great-grandfather hated the United Americas, an alliance of every nation in South, Central, and North America, plus most of the Caribbean. He prayed failed every night at dinner. Said it'd be the end of Cuba's own culture. I wonder if we'll even celebrate the centennial. News from the Corps says negotiations with the Three World Empire are going well. I mean, there'll be treaties tying us together as the United Systems. The Proggies ain't gonna like that. The UPP sees everything as a threat.
You scanned a xenomorph organ? Show me your data. Acid spray gland. Relatively intact. I'll give this a good review later. Spitters are interesting. Most forms of xenomorph charge and attack with claws, and they have claws and teeth. And they'll use them if you're stupid enough to get close. Mostly they spray acid, like terrestrial oogpeister beetles or spitting cobras. I've seen reports of ranges up to 25 meters. I'm damn curious to know what these things breed out of. We've seen spitters before, but not often. And this head shape is unique. They must come from something native to LV-895.
We told you that 25 years ago, Katanga was falsely reported destroyed. In 2175, Siegson had moved it to the Mid-Rim. 2 years later, the colony it serviced was overrun by xenomorphs. Survivors fled to Katanga, where the infestation spread. Colonial Marines responded to their distress call. It was a Marine who claimed Katanga was scuttled. A senior staff officer on site conspired to hand the young hive over to Weyland-Yutani. Sadly, yes. General Delilah Vaughn, one of the conspirators responsible for the Frontier War in 2184. Before her disgrace, she rose to Assistant Commandant of the Corps. Colonial Marine officers conspired with Weyland-Yutani executives to provoke a war between the United Americas and the Union of Progressive Peoples. The generals wanted a decisive war after decades of proxy conflicts and containment. Weyland-Yutani merely wanted to drive arms sales. The Colonial Protection Act was passed to prevent such things from happening again, and Commissars was initially formed to monitor outside influences on the Corps. There were no reported sightings, not in any star system visited by humans, and not recorded by any vessel in transit. Most likely, Weyland-Yutani moved Katanga to a location in deep space, far off the shipping lanes. They used it as an ant farm to breed experimental stock. When the company wanted to accelerate their experiments at Paula Station, they moved it here. Siegson reported something unusual on the far side of the planet from their settlement. It became the focus of the entire colony's efforts. The xenomorph outbreak began at that remote site and spread back to the main complex. The colonists ultimately abandoned the surface and fled to Katanga. Some evacuees proved to be infected and the infestation flared up again. There was discord among the survivors, unspecified personal grievances. A few deaths were involved. Forgive us if we don't identify the system. It's classified. The planet had suffered a global extinction event around 80 years previous. It was biomes had begun to collapse for lack of pollination. Acidic soil and water were spreading, and the atmosphere was growing over-oxygenated, which made it perfect for the mass importation of Earth livestock. Judging by the embryo gene lines in their cargo manifests, the colony hoped to become known for its steaks. If you wish to review, we're always available. No need to warn us ahead of time. We have your schedule.
Somebody left a case on the Katanga perimeter? No worries, I'll fab up a replacement when we need it. Personally, I prefer Wayland equipment. Lightweight, and the ballistic software updates itself when you hit port. But most Marines swear by Armat battlefield systems. The gear's heavy and durable, lots of metals. Designs focus on reliability and stopping power. The joke is, you bomb an Armat weapon, bury it for 6 months, then knock the dirt out, and it works. As a logistics professional, I'm gonna tell you that's BS. But it's true an Armat gun can take a beating. Between you and me, I think most Marines like Armat because they're the only major defense contractor in the United Americas. Pure jingoism. But hey, that's just me. I'm from Gateway Station. We don't play dirt politics.
We are now officially on search and rescue. Blue team made it through Katanga's last security since, but once they reached the Xeno Hive, they dropped out of radio contact. You're going in to find them. Look, flares on the deck. Follow them. Molina's blue fireteam passed this way. They could come from any direction. So, be paranoid. If you see something, shoot something.
Bypassing damage.
There'll be eggs. Body on the deck. Corporal Delahaye. Grab her tags. Descanse en paz. Still 2 out there. Got a drone creeping on you! Keep moving.
Bypassing damage.
Door's welded. Cut it.
I'll cut it.
We know Blue Fireteam went this way. All over the wall. Watch its attacks!
Bypassing damage.
A bunch more woke up! Blue team, if you copy, squawk your PDTs. Already. Clear. S, you got anything?
Katanga's critical systems are on the lower decks.
Get out of the core before more wake up. Listen. They're coming down the wall! Bleeding these pendejos, will they burn a hole at the bottom of the hull?
Unlikely. Hive resin is acid resistant.
More Xenos! Fucking hell, they just keep throwing bodies at you, you know?
Bypassing damage.
Flares go across the catwalks. Keep on them.
Assistance required.
Console nearby is active. Please patch me in.
Bypassing damage. Bypassing damage.
Grabbing ammo.
S, what have you got?
Blue team used this console to disable the capacitor safeties.
They're still in the fight. They'd be headed to the core lift next.
Rearming. Hear that?
Dino's closing!
Patching up. 8 kits here.
Red 7 to Blue Fireteam, do you read? One door's well. Blue team went that way. Cut it.
I'll cut it.
Dino's behind! Molina! We hear you! We're close!
Bypassing damage.
Copy! I'm not
The blood!
Hang on, Molina, we're coming.
Incoming!
Haul ass, go, go! Private Brzezinski. Dios te guarde. Molina's close. Get her home.
I have a return on the final PPT. It is in that room. Corporal Molina.
We were so close. One fucking hallway. From above!
Look at this. Hey, check this. Look at this.
Look below! Fuck these guys up!
fire.
Fireteam, we got updated orders. With blue team down, we're taking over point on this op.
Patching up.
You're going to scuttle this fucking shitbox.
8 kids here. Grabbing ammo.
You put the core in an override loop. That means going all the way to the bottom, the heart of the nest.